Welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning, Andrea. My name is Amy Harrigan. I serve as our admissions coordinator working with adults. I'm housed here at the downtown Davenport Urban Campus. I'm going to let my colleagues go ahead and introduce themselves to you as well.
Hello, Andrea. My name is Tina Solheim, and I am a full-time faculty member for Eastern Iowa Community College. I am the coordinator for the Administrative Office Professional Program, which this information session is about.
My name is Chris Knutson. I'm a full-time business instructor here at Scott Community College, and I'm the coordinator for the Business Professional Program, which we will actually have an information session for at 11:30, but I'm here to support Tina and the Administrative Office Professional Program.
Awesome. So like I said, welcome, Andrea. Basically what we're going to do is just Tina is going to share a little bit about her program with you. Please feel free, if you have questions, that you are welcome to unmute, or you are also welcome to put them in the chat. I'll be happy to keep an eye on that and go over it with you. As an admissions person, my role and my job is certainly to answer general or kind of informational questions for you as far as getting started about the process of becoming a student with us. And then I also wanted to let you know that if you choose one of these programs, these guys, like I said, are the experts. They teach the program. They're fantastic. We're so glad that they're on board with us. But then we also, what we would do is connect you with Liz Bloom. She wasn't able to join us this morning, but Liz is the advisor, and Liz is the individual that can work closely with you and pick and determine a schedule that will work best for you, whether that's full-time, part-time, and pick the right program that would work for you. So if that's something that you're interested in moving forward, you have questions, please feel free. I can put her info in the chat as well. I always tell people there's no silly or dumb questions because you are just getting started and this is all brand new to you. So I am going to turn it over to Tina, and she is going to share information for you about our Administrative Office Professional Program.
All righty. Well, Andrea, thanks for coming and joining us today. I'm super excited always to talk about our Administrative Office Professional Program at Eastern Iowa Community College. And you know, if you're a detail-oriented individual who enjoys office-related tasks, this information has some great training on the skills that employers are seeking in their office professionals. So, you know, and you don't have to answer this question, but, you know, a lot of times students coming into our program are kind of taking a look and thinking about their future plans and looking at establishing a solid career. We tend to get those people who are organized, detail-oriented, like to work with people, and prefers real office-related tasks. So if this is something that is of interest to you, this might be a program that you would enjoy being in. We have, you know, kind of an interesting path for students to choose. Students can choose to, this is a credit program, so you earn college credit for this degree, and we have 3 degree options available to our students. I'm going to just take a moment here and share a visual, only because I think the visual is a little bit easier as I talk about what some of the logistics are in the program. So one moment, please, as I get my presentation open. All right, so as I take you right here, am I sharing my screen? That's not what I wanted. Excuse me. Okay, one of the things that I'd like to show you, because we have been referring our students, we have a job placement office, but we also tell our students to always keep a look at Indeed.com. And with Indeed.com, you know, it is a place where employers list job listings, potential candidates like maybe yourself get into Indeed.com, and you can do a query, and you can do a query on the type of job job that you're seeking. You can also take a look at and narrow it down by location. For example, I'm located in Davenport. So just for the sake of example, I went ahead and did a query in Indeed that is Davenport, and I just used the broad term clerical. And Amy, I'm going to ask you, just because sometimes when I click through screens, am I going to Indeed right now? Did it switch, or do I need to stop sharing? Thank you. And sometimes when I flip too many screens, I realize that it does that. So thank you for letting me know about that. Here I should be showing you the Indeed website. And what I did was just, again, narrowed it down to clerical and Davenport. And as I was taking a look at some of these, just recently this morning, you can see that there are many positions listed in Indeed that are in our local area. I found things like accounts payable clerk, administrative assistant, customer service representative, data entry clerk, secretary, office clerk, office manager, receptionist, scheduler, all kinds of things. And I think what's cool about this is if you go into Indeed and do some searching on what employers are looking for in this area, our classes cover all of those skills. We work with a variety of people from business and industry who have guided us. They're called our advisory committee. And we have people from all of these industries that tell us the types of skills that they're seeking in potential employees. So we have a broad category of courses that are covered with all of these things. And I guess what's cool about it is every single industry that you can think of, and anything from insurance and banking and medical and governmental and educational, etc., hires people who have this skill set. So the job placement for students in our program is very strong. So I'm probably going too fast. It's just kind of moving along here. But I would certainly encourage you to take a look at Indeed.com, doing a query in your location to see the types of skills that employers are seeking. And you can see how nicely it aligns with the courses we teach in our program. I'd like to share the screen just one more time and show you just an overall listing of what a 2-year associate degree would look like. And in addition to that, you can see the shorter term options, which would be a 1 or 2 semester certificate. And then adding on that gives us a diploma. And then students that choose to go full time for a 2-year degree would earn an associate of applied science. Okay, so sharing screen. Amy's gonna tell me if I'm where I need to be.
So I've got, it's showing people, there you go. It's got your, yep, got your classes listed.
Got
Perfect.
the classes listed there. So Ms. Andrea, if you take a look at Administrative Office Professional, it looks very similar to what our website looks like. It lists the classes, but I just arranged it so it's a little bit bigger for us to see and just a few talking points for us. So you can see over here on the left-hand side, it reads from the left top to bottom and then over to the right top to bottom. We have over here, we have 16 credit hours. Okay, that's not 16 classroom hours, but 16 credit hours that consist of our certificate options. Okay, so you can see that we've got them listed here. All college courses are listed by a catalog number. So over here on the left, ADM 117 is the catalog number. Keyboarding and document formatting is the course name, and then it's a 3 credit hour course. So for example, a student who takes this course during a given semester, we meet 2 days a week for an hour and a half each class period over a 16-week semester. Now, the beautiful thing about Administrative Office Professional Program, we've been doing this for a few years, so this isn't new to us. We offer all of these classes in the certificate and also in the diploma area. We offer them it's called Live Online because that's Zoom is a proprietary name, but I'm going to tell you, I call them Zoom classes. And that means we'd meet just like we're doing right now. So you would have like an established day. I meet document formatting on Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe from 8 a.m. until 9:30 every Tuesday and Thursday. And we meet via this platform. It gives the teachers an opportunity to still have, I call this face-to-face. Don't you think this is kind of face-to-face, Amy and Chris? A little bit. Gives us an
Absolutely.
opportunity to conduct class. And I don't know where your location is. You could be anywhere. I have many students who have joined us from out of state and even out of the country. So they can still have face-to-face classes. All of the homework is submitted digitally, which we use an online platform. So having a good internet connection, we will give you training on how some of those systems work, because if you haven't used one before, it seems intimidating at first, but it's slick. It works really well. But there's a listing of the classes. And if you go to our web link actually and do a search for Administrative Office Professional, if you'd hover your mouse over top of any of these titles, it would open up a link that would give you a brief, like 2 or 3 sentence description of what the class is. So I think some of these are pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes students are like, hey, what kinds of things do you do in a particular class? And it's always a nice idea to get a feel for the kinds of things that are covered there. So, we have a lot of students who choose this live online or Zoom platform. And then we also have students who choose, they don't have the time or the availability to come to the Zoom classes. So they would choose a modality that's fully online. Additionally, the entire program could be taken fully online by a student. So kind of mixing it up, especially if you're a first semester student and you could come to a few Zoom classes just to kind of get a feel for what's it going to be like to be in school and how does this platform work. It's kind of nice to have you start that way if you can. But a lot of students just take off and they do very well doing things just fully online as well. So throughout the Administrative Office Professional program, students are going to learn how to use advanced computer software applications, going to learn to apply accounting concepts. We have some accounting classes and QuickBook classes and business math classes. Going to learn about formatting and composing, professional correspondence, which is very important in the workforce. You're going to be doing a lot of critical thinking, managing different kinds of projects, going to have electronic and paper filing training in our records management class. You're going to really sharpen your skills with business English, with things like spelling, punctuation, grammar, sentence structure, creating positive image with your written words, which I think is extremely important. And then we do a lot of focus on customer service skills. So it's a really, students who are in it, they have good things to say about our program. And I know from our job placement rate, students really don't have a hard time after they've completed the training and they've done well to go on and secure a nice position around the area. I just want to take you down this page. I got a little sidetracked. Sorry about that. We've got the certificate, which is 16 credit hours, and students don't have to take those in the order that they're listed, but it's kind of cool to do it that way in case you decide it's like, oh, I don't have 2 years to commit to college right now. I want to have a credential. And I want to have those scratch the surface skills so I could get a job. The certificate will offer that. A lot of students come in and they're like, I want to do 1 year, not 2 years right now. They'll go on and they'll take the diploma. And you can see that the certificate is 16 and the diploma is another 16 credit hours. So it's a total of 32. And you can see that's where it gets into some of the advanced level computer courses and things like that. And when we go over here, on the far right-hand side of the screen, are you still seeing my screen with the course listings, Amy and Chris? Good. You can see that we focus on some very specific clerical skills like transcription and desktop publishing. We do a comprehensive capstone course, and then all students who receive an associate degree have to take a speech course, but we have really fun speech teachers who make the classes not as intimidating as students sometimes think when they're enrolling in college. So, and then we offer an opportunity at the very end. You don't have to take these at the very end of your college career, but for you to kind of focus on some business electives that would be of interest to you. Okay, so that is the administrative office professional program in a nutshell. If you're interested, I did prepare a slide that shows if you're interested in perhaps taking a class or two or signing in full-time in the spring. And when we say spring, I don't know if you know this, but spring starts in January. So it starts in January and it runs until May. And I pulled together, they have the schedule already available. I pulled together the list of offerings for live online, also known as Zoom, okay? All the courses are available online every semester for the most part. But the live online classes, we kind of strategically get people scheduled for. I work really closely with the students too. I'm the full-time instructor and coordinator. I know how the schedule works, but I work very closely with my colleague, Liz Bloom, who would be an advisor for you if you were enrolled in this program. And we work together to determine what would be best for a kind of schedule for you if you're interested. Would you like to see that, Andrea? I don't want to bore you if it doesn't interest you.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Oh, good. I'm glad. I love to share. So let me just show you this. One moment, please. Here we go. Am I showing the screen here that has a Zoom next to it? Okay. So you might need to move your window around. I know when I'm looking at it right now, I need to move our little pictures over to the other side. But what we have here, Andrea, is a listing of all of the live online, also known as Zoom classes in the Administrative Office Professional Program that are starting in January. Okay, so they'll run January, and we actually start fairly early in January, early to mid-January we start, and then we finish up in early to mid-May. But I have them listed here, and it's real easy for me to understand, of course, because I just pulled it together, right? So I just need to tell you how I've laid this out. I have here all of the classes that are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday in this first block above the red, okay? And then I have them time blocked from, you wouldn't take all three of these, you'd pick, just depending on where you are in the program, you'd get to pick which classes you take from 8 to 9 in the morning, okay? And they'd be scheduled via Zoom, you'd have to register for them, and then you just come and attend class during that time and have your teacher and your classmates with you. And then, piggybacking them here are a list of other classes that students could take if they wanted to attend classes from 9:10 to 10:10. 10:20 to 11:20, we have one class in there. Then going late in the morning, there's 2 options. And then in the afternoon, we've got a couple of options. Now, down below the red line are another menu of options, but these are courses that are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? So they're again arranged by time block, and then we use those catalog numbers. This number here on the left wouldn't mean anything to you, but it's super helpful for the advisor because that's the registration number. So I just kind of kept it in here for convenience. But here's that catalog number again, and here's the course name and Tuesday, Thursday, and the times that they are scheduled to meet live online or via Zoom. So you can see that a student could build a schedule. It works really, really beautifully for many students. I taught for a lot of years in the classroom, and students would need to commute to college, okay? And I don't know where you are, but people would commute quite a distance to get to school. There is certainly a huge advantage to being able to do it from the convenience of your home. And that is if you have a strong internet connection, right? But all of the campuses, Clinton, Scott, Muscatine, West Davenport, they all have rooms available. Not everybody has a place at home where they can Zoom, or their internet connection isn't very well, where students can go visit a room, have headsets on, and conduct their class just like they were sitting at their own homes. So there are a lot of options that are available. We've been doing this fully Zoomed for this past year, and it's working well. I always try to take the temperature of people to see how students are doing. And I think they like that, not having to commute anywhere. But okay, doesn't mean the classes are easier, but there's just something about being at your place and doing it.
I think a lot of people enjoy the flexibility. You know, and like I put in the chat for you, Andrea, you know, what I've heard from students is they like to see faces, see humans, put a name to a face that you can see your instructor. There's Chris, there's Tina. I can see my peers, but then I also have the ability to do things outside of class and do it. So Andrea shared that she's in Waterloo. So as Tina shared and mentioned with all of these, you have the option, the ability to take this entire program online. So you would not have to come here in person. You can do everything via the computer, and that would be fantastic for you being 2 hours away from us.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Andrea. Like I said, I've got a couple of students who are out of state, and you know, we just their time is different than our time, so they've had to make the adjustment. Obviously, in Waterloo, we're in the same time zone, so it works out well. You wouldn't question what time you need to be there if you wanted to do some live online courses. But that is super exciting that you are in Waterloo area and interested in pursuing a degree. I think it's opening a lot of doors, and that's what's happening in the world. You know, I have one student right now who is doing a little bit of virtual assisting. Okay, so she signed up with the business and doing some virtual assisting and taking her courses, which go really well because everything she does as a virtual assistant is done remotely like this. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens in our world and down the road, you know, in the next couple of years with the workforce. You know, we kind of have to prepare ourselves to be able to go a lot of different directions and keep up on technology. And, you know, it's always scary and intimidating at first, but it's when you have people who can help you embrace it and move along. And you know, I think you'd find the faculty, Chris is one of my faculty members, be very supportive about things. You know, I just think it's a wonderful way that education can be diversified. You know, you can go to the campus if you want to. You can do live online. You can take online. Yeah.
Awesome. Great information, Tina.
Well,
Andrea,
sure.
Andrea, do you have questions at all for Tina about the program? Maybe getting started. I did share Liz's information for you in the chat. So like I said, Liz is going to be the advisor that would work with you to pick those classes that Tina shared on the screen. Couple of things: you don't have to go full-time. You can be a part-time student and still get financial aid. That, you know, I can certainly walk you through that process just as far as getting started, applying to our college and getting rolling. But anything that we can answer while we have you here with us this morning?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I am actually a non-traditional student. I am 46 tomorrow. Just thought
Happy
about
birthday.
that. Thank you. And I've worked with nonprofit organizations for the last maybe 15 to 17 years. And I've noticed just kind of some software and some programs that continuously just kind of keep me from doing my job. I have to kind of pass it off to someone who's able to do the marketing or to kind of do those programs that I see that are actually included in the business professional program. And so it just kind of interests me to kind of move forward with that, because I'm already working with organizations, and then I'm looking to kind of go into business with Havenly. Havenly is a stylist, decor, home design, interior design company. And these are the very skills that I need. I know how to design, but I don't know the programs.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, kudos for you
forward.
for joining us. I think that's fantastic. As a non-trad, we have ladies and gentlemen of all different ages in all of our different programs. And I always tell people this is the hardest step. So that's awesome that you reached out and you joined us. And like I said, that's fantastic because yeah, you can look to other people that learn or know that and have those skills, but guess what? You can learn it and then you can do that and teach and share it with others as well. So I think that's awesome that you tuned in and joined us. That's cool.
Andrea, if you take a look at my name on the Zoom screen, I just changed it to my email address. I'll just put this out there. If you'd like to write that down and contact me, if you ever want to Zoom with me, I teach it, as long as I'm not teaching classes, I can Zoom with students. You can drop me an email and I'd be happy to communicate with you that way. Or if you want to ever set up a Zoom meeting now or in the future, feel free to contact me because I can sure help you with a lot of things and maybe address some of your questions too. But we're pretty strong in the software area. We do Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, Publisher. You'd learn about QuickBooks accounting, so we do cover those software applications and not just at a basic level, we take it up to a more advanced level. And it's steps, it's baby steps. You don't start there. We all got to start at the beginning, don't we? So.
Yeah,
Andrea, I put my information in the chat for you as well. I work with adults. So like I said, Tina and Chris are absolutely the experts with their programs, but I'm happy to walk you through kind of the steps for getting started. Do you have other questions or info that we can share with you for right now?
No, I have looked over I've been looking at your website for 6 months. So let me just say that. And I know that it's, like you said, it's that first step. And I know that I need to, and I'm also ready. So at this time to kind of move forward with my education. I've tried in the past when the kids were younger and it just never seemed that I was able to finish. So at this point, it's more about just
the right time and the right fit.
Getting finished. Yeah.
Awesome. Love it.
And I've chosen a couple of electives. I didn't go through, I looked at the credits and kind of what the requirements are. And then I went through electives and kind of looked at that to see what, and I chose some. I'm glad I didn't choose the other classes because it looks like they're kind of slotted out. But for the electives, I think I've gotten some stuff down. It may be a little while, but yeah, I'm just ready to kind of get started and move forward.
I love that. And you'll do it too. If you already have the goal set, you don't need to think about it. You've been thinking about it. You've done your research and you're there. That's just and it is the biggest step. And it's like, you'll be successful at this just because you have the drive and the want to. It's like, it's time. It's the perfect time in your life if your kids are older and, now is the time for you.
And
yes.
One of the great things about both of our programs is that our instructors are very understanding of the situations and the complexity of the lives of our students. And I know being an older student, a non-traditional student, that oftentimes you've got a lot of life going on at the same time as your classes. And I think the thing that I just, as you prepare and look forward to the future, that I kind of recommend to you, the key thing that I ask of my students is to communicate. If you communicate with me and let me know what's going on and make that effort to work with me, I'm more than happy to work with you. And I know Tina's the same way. So we know that life comes at us and it comes at us fast. But we're here to help and support and to work with you as long as you communicate and let us know. We'll figure out how to help you be successful.
Awesome. That's great. Great.
Absolutely. Well, Andrea, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you got some great info. I know we threw a lot at you, but like Tina said, you've got her info. I put Liz's info in the chat. Again, she's the advisor that could help you select those specific classes. And then myself, I'm Amy. And like I said, I can share some basics with you as far as getting started or walking you through some processes. But so appreciate you joining this morning. And we really look forward to having you here at EICC in the future.
Were you planning on sticking around for the business professional discussion as well? Or
Yes.
so you
Kind of what I'm interested in at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
you were looking at information on both programs?
Yeah, no, that'd be great. We just have to, I got to jump out of this one to get into that other Zoom, but you are welcome to join us again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Join us in the other Zoom. See you
Bye,
soon.
Andrea.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.